Howdy, this is Mackenzie Franklin from SideGame LLC here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Today we're going to take a look at Super Fantasy Brawl and how to organize it based on the components that are already included in the Mythic Edition that you can get on the web store right now. So as you know, Super Fantasy Brawl has its Season 2 Kickstarter right now, and you can get all of the new expansions and some of the mats and other component upgrades, but we're just going to be taking a look at what's in this base box that's available currently and how to organize it the best of your ability. Without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look. So we open up this giant box here, and inside you're going to see the rulebook, the board, you've got the player trays, you've got 4 of them. And then you have all of the game trays organizers inside here. So on the left side here, we place the characters. So as you can see, they pull off like so, and there's 12 total inside. And this way you can leave some on the box here when you start to play, because you simply open up the lid here and you can grab the heroes you need, the champions. So that's the champions in there. The same thing with the statues. They're going to pull off this top one here, and as you can see, you have the one below. You can leave it in the box and simply lift it up. Now inside, notice how there's only 3 statues here. You're going to have the 2 that you'll play with all the time on the top. This third one you always play with, but on the bottom here, you're going to have additional components. So you'll have an additional set of these challenge cards, and this is in case you want to play a 2-on-2 game. Now that would require an additional board, so you would need to have the mat expansion to do so. Right now there's only French copies available, so I have not gotten it, but when you get the new Kickstarter, you can definitely add that neoprene mat in there, or if you want, you could print out another copy of the board, but I would recommend the mat. You also have the additional area for the tokens for when you're putting out new ones. Now this is if you're playing the 4-player game on a single board. And then you have your non-plastic tokens. You can just leave them in here. You're welcome to throw these away if you want, but I just have them in here for right now, just because they don't really take up that much extra room. On the right side here, you have all the red organizers. So on the top one, you've got all of the cards for the different champions that come in this area, in this game. So you have the challenge cards in here for the 2 players. Now, I don't know if you know this, but it's very important to separate the challenges. So in each challenge deck, there should be only 11 cards in each deck, and each of them should have their own name. So they included an extra deck just in case you wanted to play 2 2-player games. So make sure that you only have the 11 cards in here. Now, they do fit all sleeved, and they're going to fit in that middle section here. In addition, you have your champion cards. If you push on the sides, they come up really nicely. And each of these champion cards, you'll have one of the champion itself, and then there are 6 cards that go with them. So if you are simply organizing the cards that come in this base set, you can fit 6 champions on each side of these areas in fully sleeved capacities and without any lift or anything. So super nice. When the expansions come in, we'll do another video to show how to deal with that. But for right now, they fit really nicely just in those base containers. Underneath, you're going to have 2 separate containers. So this top one is what you're going to use when you play a simple 2-player game. It has all the upgraded components laid out nicely. You'll lift the top open, and you have the rings for 1 player and the power cores for that same player. And those all sit nicely back inside. You've got the rings for the other player and their power cores, so they sit on either end. In this section, you've got your 3D trophy tokens. You've got your health markers in the middle here, 1 and 3s. You've got the coin to decide who goes first, and then you have the trap tokens, the 3D traps. So you'll be using this in a 2-player game mostly. It's got all those upgraded components, so super nice display here, really well done. Underneath, you have additional components if you would like to play with multiple characters. So this could be a 4-player game, or if you would like to have 2 2-player games. So we lift up the top here, and inside we have more health tokens. These are just the cardboard ones. You've got more trap tokens, cardboard. The turn player marker, cardboard. It's almost like it's the same thing, but just the cardboard, right? You got those same player discs and the player cores. And then you've got the trophies as well as additional cardboard trophy tokens. So it's the same layout, but just in the kind of a lower version. And seeing as this game is most likely going to be played 2-player, it's probably better to just keep this one on the bottom because you're not going to be pulling it out as often. And underneath here, we have some Silica Gel Packets just to keep everything nice and unwarped. We want to keep those boards from warping and keep our cards nice and flat. So you can always just leave these 3 in the box. This red will come out in a 4-player game. But with that being said, let's go ahead and put it away. So first off, let's go ahead and cap this yellow. We'll put the blue champions here. Some more champions here. We've got the second set of statues to put on top of the first ones. We'll take the lid and place it on the components here. And we'll place that one on top of the red. And then we'll take the cards for the champions and the challenge cards and put them on top. All of these are flush, as you can see. We'll take the champion boards and put them on the right here. We'll take the board and put it on the left, and the rule book and put it on the left. And that closes Super Fantasy Brawl, How to Organize. If you have any questions about how we organize this game or have any strategies on how to organize potential future expansions, let me know down in the comments below. I know there's lots of solutions on Etsy that offer organizational methods to store those expansions, and I'm curious to see what we can come up with as we continue with, we have, I believe, 12 new characters in total that are coming out in Season 2, and so 9 total new characters plus the 3 from the Force of Nature expansion. So that's 12 additional characters on top of this. I'm thinking that most likely some of these organizers that are included will have to go to make room, but I'm excited to see what kind of solutions we can come up with. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Side game strong.